Hello, Dark Reader, and welcome to the Dark Side of the Library podcast. I'm your host, Katie, and with me is my creepy co-host, Carrie.
Happy Halloween.
Yes. Oh, it probably is around Halloween time right now, too. Oh, it's going to be so exciting. So today we are going to be talking about kids' books coming out October 2022. This is part 1 of 2. There's a lot of really cute books, and there will be books even for after Halloween. So during Christmas, creepy ghost stories, through spring, summer, etc. to keep you busy. If any of these books are of interest to you, make sure to check out our show notes at darksideofthelibrary.com. We have a whole list over there, and you can find the book you're looking for. Carrie, I think you are first today. What is your first book?
My first book is Alcatoe and the Turnip Child by Isaac Lenciewicz. It comes out October 4 for grade level 2 to 5 or ages 7-ish to 10 years. Welcome to Plum Woods, where spells come alive and witches gather for the annual Harvest Festival to celebrate the season. So the town witch's name is Alcatoe, and I'm going to spell that because that's an unusual name. It's Alcatoe. And the local children of Plum Woods are up to some witchy business, like casting spells and growing a prize-winning turnip. And remember that when Halloween started back in the day, hundreds of years ago, people carried hollowed out turnips as well as pumpkins.
Oh, cute! I love that.
Yeah. So after their grouchy neighbor, Mr. Pokeweed, chases them out of his garden, the kids decide to take action, and they ask Alcatoe for help to win the annual Harvest Festival vegetable pageant. You know you live in a really small town when that sounds like an exciting thing you want to participate in. From cursed fruit salad to potions filled with the sneeze of a donkey and the tail hair of a copycat, Alcatoe knows all the right ingredients to make the magic happen. But when their prize-winning vegetable comes alive, their homegrown food soon becomes a friend in danger of being prepared for the feast. Will they save Turnip Child in time?
Oh my god.
Now I feel bad for being a vegetarian and slaughtering vegetables.
Slaughtering turnips.
This is Alcatoe and the Turnip Child by Isaac Lenciewicz, and it sounds really cute.
It does. My first book of today is called The Baddies. This comes out October 4th. This is by Julia Donaldson and illustrated by Axel Scheffler. The Baddies are the meanest, nastiest ghost, witch, and troll in the land. They just adore being bad and fight over who is the worst. When a little girl moves into a nearby cottage, the baddies can't wait to scare her out of her wits. But the little girl quickly shows them you don't have to be big to be brave, and baddies don't always win. This is cute. This is for reading ages 2 through 6 years old. This is published by Scholastic Canada. So check out The Baddies by Julia Donaldson and Axel Scheffler.
I kind of want to be a baddie, though, and if that book makes baddies seem like a bad thing, hey!
They're probably kind baddies at the very end.
My book I'm delighted to tell you about is Charmed, the illustrated storybook.
Oh my god, for kids, too.
It's based on the TV series Charmed, which I actually wouldn't let my kids watch till they're about 12 or 13. Yes. But anyway.
Yes.
So, the power of 3 returns in this original storybook starring the very first Charmed ones. It's by Paul Ruditis, and the illustrator is Rhea Maria Lee. It features Prue, Piper, and Phoebe, who were the first sisters to be called the Charmed Ones, the most powerful witches the world has ever known. But before they were charmed, they were just 3 little girls living with their grams, and they had no idea of the power within them. When their constant bickering threatens the future unity of the Charmed Ones, their magic awakens to send the 3 young witches on an adventure that could change their destiny forever.
Ooh.
We do know from the show that they grew up and continued bickering. But anyway,
Yep.
It's illustrated with really cute little illustrations. I see the book of spells. They're playing. Oh, it's so cute. And definitely grade level 1 to 2, they say, 6 years and up. I might wait a couple more years. I'd say 8, 10, just because of the subject matter. You know, demons, witches. That's Charmed, the illustrated storybook by Paul Ruditis.
Cute. All right, so this next one actually should have been in the YA section, but we missed it. That's okay. It's called The Dark Room Etiquette. This is quite dark. This is by Robin Rowe. 16-year-old Sawyer's White has everything. Popularity, good looks, perfect grades. There's nothing Sayer's family's money cannot buy. Until he's kidnapped by a man who tells him the privileged life he's been living is based on a lie. Trapped in a windowless room without knowing why he's been taken or how long the man plans to keep him shut away, Sayers faces a terrifying new reality. To survive, he must forget the world he once knew and play a part his abductor has created for him. Oh, this is creepy. But as time passes, the line between fact and fiction starts to blur, and Sayers begins to wonder if he can escape before he loses himself. This is creepy. So this is quite dark.
It's not perverted, right? It's just a
No,
creeper.
I hope this is, this is for YA readers, so 14 through 17 years old. This is published by Harper Teen, so it should be pretty good, but it is number 1 in YA fiction on physical and emotional abuse, which freaks me out. So this is called The Dark Room Etiquette by Robin Rowe.
My next book is Disney Cautionary Tales by Ridley Pearson, illustrated by our favorite tarot artist, Abigail Larson. Yay!
Yay!
It comes out October 4. It says, "What you are holding is no ordinary book. This book contains scary stories, thrilling and chilling tales that feature the worst Disney villains. They twist and turn through unfortunate circumstances. Maybe you've heard of a cave full of wonders where no one escapes alive? Or a huntsman carrying a princess's heart back to an evil queen? Don't forget the horseman who lost his head, literally. Something strange happens once you start reading. You might feel like you are in the story, right inside the pages.
Ooh.
Just ask Billy Templeton. She knows all about scary stories. Billy would rather such tales stay inside her book where they belong. If only her classmate Tim hadn't found the mirror. The magic mirror. A mirror wrapped up and never to be opened. But since when does Tim follow the rules? Consider yourself warned." That's cute. That is Disney Cautionary Tales by Ridley Pearson. It is for ages 8 to 12 years or grade level 3 to 7. Disney Press is the publisher, and it comes out October 4.
Cute. All right, so I am going to say my Spanish is not 100%, but this book is really cool. It is El Cucuy and Other Spooky Legends from Latin American Folklore. This comes out October 2nd, and this has an English and Spanish edition. I'm not sure if it's together, which would be super cool if they had both of the translations right there for you, or if these are separate books. But the same book, if that makes sense. So this book is a bilingual book, that retells classic childhood folk tales. The stories are told in rhyming verse in both English and Spanish. Okay, that answers my question. And the illustrations are so cool. They're brightly colored, but they're also incredibly sinister. There is a photo on Amazon, if you check it out, with La Llorona. And you see her crying and wailing, and her body is ethereal and has plants growing inside of it. It's a really cool looking book. It's beautiful. So it includes legends from various countries across Latin America, including El Capitio from El Salvador, El Silbón from Venezuela. We have La Llorona, La Ciguanaba, La Mano Peluda, and Los Aluxes. So I'm not familiar with all of these legends, but now I'm like really intrigued.
Me either. That's interesting.
This is super cool. I kind of want to own this just as an adult, but this is for children. Ages, it doesn't have the age range on here, but it is for children, and it's beautifully illustrated. This is El Cucuy. This is by Naibe Reynoso, Amy Betz, and Claudia Navarro is the illustrator. Check it out.
My next book is Embassy of the Dead, Destiny Calling by Will Mabbitt, illustrated by Taryn Knight. Comes out October 18 from Walker Books. Jake Green and his friends have managed to save the world from the followers of Fenris twice now, which should be more than enough, but Jake, Cora, and Sab are suddenly given a new secret mission. It seems that one last would-be traitor is still hidden in the world of the embassy, and it's up to Jake and his friends to take care of him, permanently. All the signs point to Jake being the chosen one for this dangerous task, especially since he's armed with the ancient, eternal void summoning tooth he found on his last trip to the afterworld. But the more time the three friends spend on their dubious quest, the more Jake wonders if he's better off making his own destiny. That is Embassy of the Dead, Destiny Calling, and it sounds like it's a great book for kind of reluctant readers, like boys that normally can't sit still for a book. This will have so much going on they'll want to read it. It's for grade levels 3 to 7 or reading age 8 to 12 years.
My next book is called The Glass Witch. It comes out October 18th. This is by Lindsay Puckett. Adelaide Good has never been good enough. Everyone knows she's the weakest witch born to the Good family in centuries. And now her mom is betraying her in the worst possible way, abandoning her in Cranberry Hollow, where she has no friends at all, for 3 whole months. And she's pushing her to compete in the town Halloween pageant. If Addie is going to be stuck in this town, her mother won't get away so easy. So she sets off the curse that's been haunting her family for centuries. That's mean. But she doesn't plan on the curse turning her bones to glass and setting a 300-year-old witch hunter after her. With the aid of a monster-obsessed neighbor and a twitchy-nosed furry friend, Addie must hunt down the ingredients necessary to break the curse before the stroke of midnight. And if she doesn't, she might just erase magic from her family and her town forever. Oh, no!
Yikes!
This is for reading ages 8 through 12, so mid-level reading. This is by Scholastic Press. This is The Glass Witch by Lindsay Puckett.
My next book is called Gotcha! It's a picture book by Clotilde Perrin, the author and illustrator. It has an awesome cover of a monster with big sharp teeth and their mouth wide open saying, Gotcha! A funny fairy tale hide and seek. It's a lift the flaps hide and seek book. I love interactive books like this. It's meant for kids reading age 5 to 9 years or kindergarten to age 3. Quick, hide! Chased by monsters including a hairball, a stinkwort, and a creeper. Each is hairier and stinkier than the one before. A child needs to find shelter in 3 famous fairy tale houses, such as the 3 Little Pigs' brick home, Sleeping Beauty's palace, and Hansel and Gretel's gingerbread mansion. Ooh. Lift the flaps big and small to discover curious places for the child's best chance to hide. Knock on the door of the Little Pig's bathroom, open up Hansel and Gretel's oven if you dare, or see who's already inside Sleeping Beauty's stopped clock. The hero of our story has read their storybooks and knows how to vanquish villains, causing the monsters to flee. There are over 40 interactive elements. It's a multi-layered book with flaps within flaps and multiple fold-outs. I think we need to get this to feature it on our Amazon livestream.
That would be cool.
Yeah. Which, by the way, you can check out at amazon.com/live/darksideofthelibrary. So, this book is supposedly perfect for children ages 4 and up. The author is an illustrator living in Strasbourg. Her other books include Inside the Villains, The House of Madame M, which I loved, and Inside the Suitcase.
Cute.
That's Gotcha.
I love it. My next book is called The Junior Tarot Reader's Handbook.
Ooh.
A kid's guide to reading cards. And apparently there's a whole junior handbook series, which also include a witch's handbook. So that's really fun. This is by Nikki Van de Kar and Uta Krogman illustrates. And it is beautiful illustrations featuring crystals, tarot cards, all kinds of fun stuff. So Nikki Van de Kar is the author of the Junior Witch's Handbook and the Junior Astrologer's Handbook. This is the 3rd in the series, and it teaches young readers how to use tarot to get questions about life, friendship, family, school, and more. This book offers a step-by-step guide to everything from how to choose a deck to how to do a reading and includes details, explanations of what each card in the tarot deck represent and how to apply these meanings to your own life. This is quite intricate for a kid's book, but it's really fun. This is for reading ages 8 through 12, mid-level reading, grade level 3 through 7. This is published by Running Press Kids. Check it out. This is the Junior Tarot Reader's Handbook. And you should check out the entire Junior Handbook series that has astrology and just cute white magic and spells and rituals, too. This is by Nikki Vandekar and Uta Krogman illustrates.
We could not be more excited about our next book, The Little Coven. It's a picture book that comes out October 1st, just in time for the spooky season. It's by Penny Harrison, with illustrations by Vivian Meinecker. It has 3 little girls and a black cat and a witch's hat on the cover, and they're joyously dancing around a colorful cauldron in the middle of the woods. So here's what the publisher says. 3 best friends mix magic. They whisper secrets of the soul, and the things that make them different when together make them whole. It's a story of 3 girls who are different in many ways, but are united by the special bond of friendship. The unique power of female friendship is celebrated as we watch these friends support and uplift each other as they move through life. From children playing at casting spells and making potions, to young women coming together to talk and laugh under the stars. I'm peeking inside. It's very colorful. There's some pinks, yellows, and purples. It's a very happy book about a little coven of witches in the woods.
Cute.
That's The Little Coven by Penny Harrison. It comes out October 1st, and I'm going to buy one.
Yes. Oh, it's so cute. My final book of today is called The Little Vampire. It comes out October 25th. It's perfect for readers who like Hotel Transylvania and the Addams Family. This is by Angela Sommer Bodenberg. 9-year-old Tony loves ghosts and horror stories. I love you, Tony. You're so cute. But when he's left home alone one night, he gets quite the fright as Rudolph, oh no, the little vampire, flies in the window. Rudolph, that's hilarious. After a rough start, Rudolph stops trying to bite Tony, and the two become fast friends. Tony even visits the little vampire's family vault in the graveyard, where he narrowly escapes the clutches of Rudolph's fearsome great-aunt Dorothy. But what will happen when Tony's parents invite his new friend for dinner? Oh, this is really cute. And I love that he's like, that's okay that you're a little vampire and you're trying to kill me. I still think you're a great friend. So this is called The Little Vampire. This is by Angela Sommer Bodenberg.
We've all had to have that conversation with our friends.
Yes.
No, you can't eat me.
Yeah, stop trying to kill me.
My final book today is The Mermaid Moon by Briony May Smith. It comes out October 4. It is meant for grade levels preschool to 3 or age 4 to 8 years. It's a magical picture book perfect for all young mermaid lovers. It features 2 best friends, one who lives on land and the other lives in the water, and they share an exciting adventure on the night of the mermaid moon, which is the one time each year that mermaids can leave the sea. So once there were 2 best friends. One was from the sea, a mermaid named Marin, and one was from the land, a human named Molly. Of course, Marin has never been to Molly's house. How can she visit when she must stay underwater? But then comes the night of the mermaid moon, when sea creatures can fly through the air. And this year, Marin is finally old enough to join in. Together, she and Molly visit the Mermaid Moon Festival, eat ice cream, and ride on a swing in Molly's backyard. But when it's time for Marin to leave, the moon is sinking towards the sea. She's unable to get down from a tree the girls have climbed. And if she doesn't get back home before the moon sets, the mermaid moon magic will disappear from the earth forever.
Oh boy.
That is The Mermaid Moon by Briony May Smith, and it looks very cute. So thank you so much for listening to this part 1 of the fantastic dark children's books coming out during the spooky season of October 2022. Be sure to listen for our next episode, part 2. We publish on Wicked Wednesdays and Freaky Fridays and occasionally on Morbid Mondays. You can find Dark Side of the Library on Instagram, Facebook, Amazon Live, and on YouTube. Go ahead and Google it. We would really appreciate helping your dark friends find our Dark Books podcast by sharing our content and leaving us a rating and review on Apple Podcasts. Thanks for listening, and we'll chat with you in the next episode.